Welcome to episode 6 of Chaotic Neutral. Today,
welcome to
we're
Chaotic
going to
Neutral.
address the
I
fact
shaved
that
for this one.
he shaved. I trimmed my neck up a little bit, which is cool.
Here's the
we're
thing.
gonna-
I always feel so garbagey when we do this because it's like I get caught at the wrong time every time. It's like, oh shit, I didn't shave today.
You get caught at the wrong time when we have a schedule.
Shave.
You fucking moron.
Yes!
We have
I get
a
caught at the
schedule.
wrong time all the fucking time. Why do you think I'm like late every day to anything I do ever? I'm always caught off guard.
You're caught off guard when you know it's going to happen, for sure. Yeah.
Life's a surprise, man. It zigs when it zags, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, brother, yeah. It's fucking crazy, yo.
Maybe you should have thought about that.
Should have thought about that one.
You should have thought about that before you said that. The thing that you said.
We're going to address the fact that I didn't upload the podcast for like 2 weeks.
Guys, the allegations
My bad.
surrounding this podcast.
They're all true, first off. Second off, I'm sorry.
There's like one person somewhere on like Twitter that we have not seen yet. With like they
Who's like,
don't have like the egg
yes.
profile picture anymore, right? It's just the outline.
I mean, yeah. You can still set it to the egg, I think, if you really wanted to. Like, that's still
There's like
available.
one person out there with like their burner account, and they're just fucking gunning for us. We don't know
Which is so funny because if they were, like, I would see it because I have the like podcast Twitter account connected to my phone.
You open
but
it
I
all the
still-
time and just check it.
I literally open it once a week to tweet out that the episode is live. That's it. That's all I do.
What about liking and retweeting the live reactions?
You think we have an audience? You think we have
I personally,
listeners?
when YouTube says it will premiere and then it says premiering now and it plays like a live stream, I stop everything I'm doing, and I sit and I watch it. It's a magical experience.
At 10 a.m. every Wednesday, your
At
time.
10 a.m. every Wednesday.
Hell yes, brother. No,
Just need to start appreciating this.
so I'll just say right off the bat, actually, I forgot to upload the episode. I forgot to edit the episode, episode 5, in a timely manner. And then Shelby and I went to Milwaukee for the weekend, a couple weekends ago. And I just was like, yeah, I'll do it when I get home. And then the 2 days after we got home, I started my second job. And I just haven't had energy or time to do anything. So I finally got myself like a 2.5 day weekend. Yesterday was my first day off of 7 days at the second job. So, and I work nights. I usually work like 5 to 10:30, something like that. And so when I get home, I'm just dead. I'm back to fucking retail, like I said in the last episode. And it's just one of those things where I get home and I'm like, I don't want to do jack fucking shit. I just don't. I do not. I want to sit down. And I've told Skylar this, like, actually, it was like 2 nights ago was the first time I was on Discord in like a week, just because I
bet
was
especially like after retail.
Yeah, especially like you get
especially.
home. And like granted, back when I worked with you at Fred Meyer and I was closing every fucking night, I would get home and I'd be full of energy because I wouldn't go to bed until 8 a.m. anyway. And it's like, you know, I sleep for like 4 or 5 hours, then I'd go to work, and then I'd get home. Yeah, for sure. I'd get home and I'd still have energy because like I just woke up 5 hours ago. And so it's like I'd be up super late. We'd, shoot the shit. We'd play Siege. And now
A lot of siege.
Those
were some siege days.
Those were the siege days for sure. But nowadays, I have a day job, like an actual like morning day job, and then I also have a night job, which is like, I don't get how people fucking do it. I don't get it. I can barely keep up. I wake up at like 7. I have to leave at 7:15 if I want to be even like 10 minutes late, and then I have to go home like 2:30. Go home, get home maybe at 3 o'clock. Basically just spend an hour getting ready for the next job, and then leave the house, and then I go to my next job for 5 hours, and then I come home, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody at this point. I've dealt with children all day, all morning, and then I've dealt with adult children all night. I just don't. You know what? Actually, I'll take that back. The store that I work at is actually really cool, and like the neighborhood that it's in, most of the people I deal with are just like really chill. I like, regardless of like my presumptions of retail and my hatred of like most people, I have actually found that this job is significantly more enjoyable than any time I've had at Fred Meyer, which
It
is
doesn't have any THC in it.
no, it literally has zero
It
THC.
has none.
It has none.
I'm just
I'm
being
actually,
a weirdo.
you are
I'm
being
like
a weirdo.
psyching myself out. I'm like looking at the thing and looking at myself and smiling more. I don't know why.
Because you're dumb. This, on the other hand, I have a vodka Crystal Light going right here. It's the fruit punch flavor. It's actually, this is my second one. If you could tell by the look on my face and the deadness in my eyes, that is why. It's because I'm on my second one.
Do you have
and
tomorrow?
the first one.
Do you have tomorrow off from both? Wait, when do you finish the first job? That's right.
What do you mean? When's my last
day? Did you already
day?
say it? Yeah.
So no, my last
first
day, because I work at an elementary school. School gets out next Tuesday. Today is the 16th, 17th, 16th. Today is June 16th, 2021. There's 6 days left until the last day of school, which is the 22nd. So I work 4 days. I have 4 days left at this job. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Chicago thing, if it's just Chicago's public schools, or if it's nationwide. But like, we don't work Wednesdays. Nobody has school Wednesdays. No, I mean, like, some teachers will go in on Wednesdays to like do planning and stuff.
Wednesday?
Yeah, middle of the week. It's nice. It's really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like, having Wednesdays off is tantamount to like not killing myself. If I didn't have Wednesdays off and I had to work Monday through Friday at this job and then also have a 5-day work week at this other job, I would be in an urn. I'm not getting buried. I'm getting cremated for sure. So there would be that.
I'm getting embalmed. I want people to be able to maintain witnessing this.
Understandable.
They say a man dies twice.
True.
Second time is when he's forgotten.
This is true.
We'll never forget the guy that's embalmed.
True.
I don't know. Hung up in a mall. What if, though, right?
Yeah.
Crucify me, embalm me, crucify me at a mall, and just have me sitting up
You know how
above like the fucking escalator.
A lot of Catholic churches have like an actual crucified Jesus like up above the altar. Replace Jesus with me. Have it just be me. Holy Cross Church in Portland, Oregon, have me be the Jesus when I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
doxing myself so hard if I
You're what?
continue. I said I'm doxing myself so hard if I continue down this path.
Probably. Ugh.
Yeah. But anyways, no, I have 4 days left. Wednesdays is really cool having Wednesdays off because it's just like the nice just middle of the week, a day to catch a breath real quick, and then it's like you just go back to work.
For the pandemic, or like what's that?
Yeah, it's for the pandemic.
Like that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
That is nice.
it is nice. But next year,
I'm actually kind of upset that it sounds so stupid, but I didn't get the chance to like do online schooling stuff when I was in fucking high school. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like I would have had a whole year less of suffering if I wasn't in a school environment.
True.
It would have been great.
The nice thing about it though is like, so you have like your Monday, Tuesday group of like students, right? Typically, it's different groups for Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But there's a lot of students who do all 4 days just because like they can't deal with online environment too well. Like some kids just can't do it. Like there's too many distractions at home. They can't focus. Whatever, yada yada. And then
That
there
would
are the
definitely
kids.
be me, but I would deny it. I'd be like, no, I can do this.
Yeah, of
and I
course,
was like-
same.
I don't know. What was I doing during high school? Play like Minecraft all day or something.
The crazy thing is, for
What
me,
was I
I didn't
doing
even
there,
have
guys?
like we had a desktop computer at home, but like no webcam, so I couldn't have done Zoom. Like we would have had to buy a webcam just for that. Granted, our desktop computer had Windows Vista on it all through us owning it up until I like fixed it back in, I don't know, 2016. But
I think I could convincingly like sit in class like this and like be like just playing Minecraft or something.
yeah, of course. Until the teacher calls on you to do something or say something, and then you have to,
Just have like Minecraft muted. You know how often I multitask?
Well,
It'd
no,
be fine.
not even that.
It'd be fine.
Not even that. I'm just saying, like, you are focusing on Minecraft enough to where you're not paying attention to what the
Yes.
teacher's saying. But like,
Yeah, well, what does the fucking teacher want me to do? To 1+1? Who fucking cares?
I guess, yeah, that's pretty much what all elementary school kids are doing is 1+1. So, and like in my case, I didn't
Talking
even
about
have
me in high school.
that. Yeah, true. Still, you in high school is 1+1. I didn't even have my own like computer, like my own laptop until senior year of high school, pretty much.
You were talking about this. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
I know
astonishing.
it's crazy, right? Like I know most kids had
I got away
their
too
own.
early.
I think that contributes to like why you're so fucked up is you had monitored, unfettered access to the internet at such.
What do
an
you mean
early
I'm
age.
so fucked up?
Is that a real question or?
I'm not
Yeah,
fucked
no.
up. I'm perfectly fine. I'm an
Anyways.
adjusted person.
Yeah. Anyways, so I didn't have like my own
Perfectly
personal.
fine.
Okay, that's not true. I had an iPod Touch. I had two. I had one iPod Touch, like the second generation or the third generation, whichever one it was. So I could go on like YouTube, Facebook, like the apps, obviously, and do whatever. I could like Google shit.
Browse the internet on like your DS or something.
I could browse, I could browse like websites. I could go on Pornhub, all that shit, like all the easy shit.
You went on Pornhub on your
On my iPod Touch, yeah.
on your iPod Touch.
I'll do you one better. I used to go on Pornhub on my PSP, like
Yeah, there you
the
go. I heard a
original
lot of
PSP.
people use their PSP for porn.
Yeah, of course. It had an SD card. It couldn't play like Java, so it would download the MP4s to the SD card.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not joking. This is true.
That's actually
And then-
kind of incredible.
It is.
I
Yeah.
can see why people did it.
Right. It makes
All
sense.
I had when my phone wasn't working or when it was taken away was, a DS to look at whatever illicit thing I wanted to do.
Of course, which is crazy too. Like I never actually got the DS to connect to Wi-Fi. Like once we had Wi-Fi, I never got it to connect for some reason, but the PSP could. So I was able to do illicit things on that.
It's probably better. I don't think the DS. It's been a while, but the DS doesn't have like a fucking like an amazing
Browser.
internet
Yeah.
browser.
Yeah, that's fair. I just know that it was one of those things like I
If I
would
got it any early, I'd be a menace. If a Game Boy
yeah.
could connect to the internet, I'd be a serial killer right now.
absolutely. You could probably get like some fork of like the Tor browser on there and you could like somehow be able to get on the dark web on your Game Boy
With
or
a
something.
DS or
Yeah.
the Game Boy,
Yeah. Yeah.
the original Game Boy, the flip one.
The
I used to
SP.
play that, and oh man, what's really sad is like summer for a lot of people is like, oh, I remember being outside with the boys and doing whatever, or like
Mhm.
going to all these things. Summer reminds me so much of playing my Game Boy at parks.
Oh yeah.
So my sisters used to play sports, so
And you just be there
I
on
would-
your fucking Game
I would
Boy.
have to be there. When you're a kid, you have no concept of time or schedule or agency. You're just being taken places. That is
True.
all that's happening to you.
100%.
So you're just I would go to like these games or like these parks or whatever, and I'd be like, I guess we're doing this now, and I would play Castlevania Circle of the Moon on my Game Boy for like 4 hours, and it was like the sun was setting, and it was just fucking beautiful out.
Oh, yeah.
It smelled like the park and the grass, and I would just have a fucking blast on my Game Boy. What good times!
Oh yeah. Good times.
You could turn back time to the good old days.
I remember
go
having
back? Would you go back?
Yeah, absolutely if I could.
I would try it again.
Yeah. My thing too, because like I remember those
I'd give it
days
one
too.
more shot.
I had, if you want to talk about like consoles, right, or like handheld gaming devices, because I had the Game Boy Advance, which was the like widescreen, like the PSP before the PSP from Nintendo, right? The
Game
Game
Boy
Boy
Advance?
Advance, just the Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that. It was the purple
Yeah, I
one.
have the.
I'm sure you actually still have it. I'm sure you do. And we're going to see it. And you can still hear me. So what I'm going to say is I also had the Game Boy Advanced SP, which was the flip top one, you know? See,
And this one.
that's the one that I had. Yeah, that's the Game Boy Advance SP.
What if this was your exact Game Boy Advance SP? Huh?
That would be
Didn't
insane.
that blow your fucking mind?
That would blow my fucking mind. I mean, I had the silver one, so I had that same one. It was just it's
You did?
not- Yeah.
Quick, give me the serial number right now.
Alpha, Charlie, Delta. I don't fucking know.
You had Alpha, right?
Yeah, I mean they all start with A something. I don't know.
Doesn't it? Do it. Do it.
I don't
do
know.
it.
I don't.
I
fucking
used
know.
to have. I was so fucking angry. I used to have a bitchin' Game Boy SP. I had a Game Boy SP my dad got from one of his coworkers
Yeah.
because they didn't want it anymore,
Mhm.
and it was like I think it was purple, or maybe like blue, and it was the fucking most amazing Game Boy ever because it was just the Game Boy, and then it had the battery pack on the back. That was like an extra like 4 fucking hours of battery, and I was
Ooh,
like,
baby.
yes! And I would
Hell
go
yeah.
on car rides with it. It was a nice big chunky boy.
Hell yeah.
And then one day, I know I shouldn't have done it. I let my sister borrow my fucking Game Boy SP. She
You let your-
leaves it outside.
you let your
it.
you let your cunt sister borrow your fucking Game Boy.
She leaves it outside, and it. First of all, it probably would have been like broken anyways because it
Yeah.
rained.
Oh
But
God.
someone took it. Someone stole it off of our porch, and I was
Damn.
so fucking angry.
Yeah.
She got no punishment for this, by the way. I was so
not.
angry, and then she won. Do you know at Redacted Mall used to have an arcade next
Yes.
to the movie theater?
They're
yeah.
shutting it down. Who gives a fuck? Lloyd Center. It's Lloyd Center.
Lloyd Center.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
Redacted. At the Lloyd Center, they used to have the arcade next to the fucking movie theater inside.
Yeah,
And it was great.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And in there, they had one of those, you know, the impossible like block one where you had to stop it on the block going back and forth?
Yes.
And it gets
yes.
faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
My sister won that.
She won a
And
new one.
She won that, and she won a Game Boy. And I was like, this was very soon after she had lost
yours.
my Game Boy.
Got yours
Let's be
stolen,
clear
yeah.
here.
Yeah, of course.
She lost my Game Boy.
Mhm.
She had gotten it stolen.
Yeah.
And she gave it to a boy that she had met one time, and didn't even talk to afterwards. She gave it to him. Jenna.
Redacted. I'm literally going to strangle you.
Yeah, you fucking bitch. Where's my fucking Game Boy, huh? I got this one because back when it was okay. I only lost one game when it got stolen, and it wasn't Castlevania, so I was all good.
That's good.
But I wasn't able to play any Game Boy games until I got the original DS with and I could play Game Boy games.
Wait, why weren't you able to
remember
play original ones? I thought the SP was compatible with all those old ones.
I wasn't. Well, I wasn't. This one I got because when I do have this one now because when I upgraded to the new, they had like the switch from the old DS to the new DS, and it
Yeah.
didn't do Game Boy games anymore.
Oh, right. It just became
And
a
I was
little,
like, oh shit, I don't want to
SD
lose
cards, yeah.
the ability to play all my Game Boy games. And this is
Yeah.
before I even had a computer to even begin to emulate anything.
Right.
And so I got a Game Boy to play my
Satiate
old
that
games.
need.
Anyways, this is such a fucking stupid thing.
Hey, man, you know what? Nostalgia is
my
a very
childhood
powerful
trauma.
drug. Yeah,
It is a powerful drug. We should fucking harvest it. It's like a
we
passion.
absolutely should. It's like in Monsters, Inc., where they harvest screams. We should harvest nostalgia as like a renewable energy source.
How is it that we as a society haven't like just exploited passion as like the biggest thing ever. You know what I mean?
We have. It's called Twitch.
Not just like Twitch, but like in every industry. You know what I mean?
Music,
Why haven't we
movies,
like
TV.
it would essentially be like the gamification of life in a way. It would just be like if a company could design a system to be efficient but also produce extreme amounts of dopamine to the people that have to work the system.
I guess so, yeah.
Why don't we do that? Why don't you like make it so like people like come on factory lines or something? They're
Give them
pulling levers all day, make it take longer for them to come later, so that you just keep them hooked. And they come all their whole life
or
pulling levers or some shit. I don't know.
even better, you give them attached to their station an auto blow 2. So they're always coming.
They're always coming.
They have an incentive to come to work. And then they have an
Can you imagine?
incentive. Then they have an incentive to come at work. So
Can you imagine like a call center or just an office and you're just hearing like in like every cubicle?
that would be awesome. Dude, I would love that job. Sign me the fuck up.
That'd be fucking
What-
awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're keeping the federal minimum wage at $7.50. Okay. You have an auto blow 2 at my fucking cubicle. I don't care. I don't
Managers-
care.
You're lowering my pay? Or you're gonna
no.
stop matching my 401k? Like, I give a fuck.
Oh, retirement? I'm
I'm
coming
here
at
every
work.
day.
I don't care.
Well,
Fucking
welcome to
idiot.
the job. It's so amazing to have you here. Here's your auto blow 2 and a pack of dick pills. Welcome. Take one of these if you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Fuck yeah.
Yes,
Sick.
brother. Yes.
Fucking popping those all day.
All right, so what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now is we're going to take a quick commercial break while I use the bathroom. I'm not joking. I really have to piss, so I'm going to cut here. When we come back, I'll have you clap, so that way we know.
I was gonna say something about a Sibian, but whatever. There you go.
Write it down real quick. I want to hear it, but we'll do it.
It was. I mean, it was just gonna be a bit like, Susan broke her Sibian again. She has to get a new one.
Oh, that fair.
Get
enough.
one to her cubicle. We had one in the back.
That's a joke we could make at any point. So, all right, but yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. It's just me and you. Hi. That's what I thought. Anyways. Sorry. That one's just to fuck with him. He's gonna fucking sink on this one. Totally wrong. He probably can still hear me. I don't know if he took his headphones off. Anyways.
All right, I'm back. I heard vaguely. I heard what you were saying about me taking my headphones off. I had them on the whole time.
Okay. I was like, I looked at the camera and I just clapped and I was like, that one's just to fuck with him. So it'll sync on the wrong point. And then I did it again.
I
And
mean,
I was like, he's wearing his fucking headphones.
you do realize that any clap is gonna help me sync regardless, right?
You know.
Whatever. We'll just hop back into it.
We're syncing on the slur.
So, all right.
Commercial break ended.
All right, and we're back. We're back. All right. So, I mean, honestly, not a lot has happened since the last time we recorded. Shelby and I went to Milwaukee, like I mentioned. We got really drunk the first night. We went to this bar called like Nomad Burger or something like that, or like Nomads, which was really
Nomad Burger.
Yeah, exactly. There was a
up.
lot of children there. It was insane, but they served alcohol and everyone was drinking. So, no, it was cool. I got fucking trashed, and so did Shelby. But like, it was to the point where I was like falling asleep. Like, we got back to the Airbnb, and we were trying to order food. I forget where we ordered from originally, but we tried to order some shit. And
Were you too sloshed to order food?
No, I was almost too sloshed to go get the food. But the thing was, we ordered.
I would never be too sloshed to get the food. I'd fucking be.
Well, no, of course.
for that food.
Eventually, like, it took so fucking long. It took like an hour plus for them to actually deliver our shit, even though they were.
Oh man, I would be if you were as drunk as I think you were. I would be struggling to stay awake while that food arrived.
Yeah, I was. But here's the thing. Actually, I was still in the middle of my like laptop project, so that kind of kept me awake dealing with that. Which, by the way, I've had it in front of me this whole time. I got it done. I got a
100%.
almost 100%. So this laptop.
I swear to God, if you drop it now and it fucking breaks,
I'm at this point. I could care less if I drop it. So this is it's an HP laptop and it's running Mac OS. I got it working finally to the point. I have Twitter open. Just in case. Hey, wait. Whoa. Oh, there he is. Look at him. There he is. Hey.
The delay. Oh my God.
I know, it's insane. I just have the like trending page open in case I run out of things to talk about, which honestly I will very soon here. But the last time I mentioned it, which was the last episode, of course, if anybody remembers, I had it plugged into the power adapter because it didn't have a battery in it. The battery was fried because when I got the laptop, I was informed that it had some water damage. And when I say water damage, I mean orange juice damage. The teacher...
Didn't you talk about that last episode?
I probably did, but just a refresher because it's been literally like 2 weeks since we recorded. Granted, the episode just came out today. Like, I just uploaded it and it premiered
What
today.
if you opened it up and...
Go ahead. Get it out.
Sorry. What if you opened it up and it was actually O.J. Simpson?
Yo, dude, the juice is loose? No.
Honestly, I think it's my funniest joke.
Top tier, absolutely.
say it?
No, but since I've had it, two things. One, the battery was fried.
Totally hit my mic, by the way. Sorry.
I didn't. The crazy thing is, I didn't hear it. So
You'll hear it later.
I will in post. I absolutely will. So yeah, when I got it, the battery was fried because of the water damage. I just tossed it, and the SSD had been removed. Every time I booted up, it would say like no hard disk detected. So I was like, all right, well, I guess the SSD is fried. Whatever. Turns out they removed, whoever owned it first removed the hard drive entirely. So I didn't have to deal with that shit at all. What I did though is I got a new battery for it, and then I got a new SSD for it because I wanted to have it essentially just be like a working laptop. I didn't want to have it connected to power every time I wanted to use it, and then every time I like disconnect it and reconnect it, have to go into the BIOS and change a bunch of fucking settings so that way I could actually have it run. But here we are, a couple weeks, 1 week after that. I have a new battery in it. I have an SSD in it. It's all running perfectly fine. The only difference is
you still can't shut it down though, right?
no, I can. Yeah, 100%.
And it function. You start it back up and it's all right.
Yeah, I don't have to do any like changes to the BIOS settings or anything anymore. It retains all that information. The reason why, because like you and I both know, with desktops at least, like
Sure.
you have to. Oh, of course, you know we're both very well versed when it comes to desktop computers.
Very well versed.
You have to, if you clear the CMOS, it resets all your BIOS settings. And there's a battery on the. There's what are they called? Like a disc, one of those little like cell batteries. Those like, I forget what you'd call them, but they're like a coin cell battery. That's what it is. A coin cell battery that's on your motherboard.
Yeah.
You take that out and you turn your computer on, and it's like, hey, what fucking time is it, bro? I forgot. And you have to go into the BIOS. You have to change all your settings back to whatever you had them as. That's like what the CMOS battery does. It just retains. It's a battery that makes sure that the CMOS chip on the board retains all that information. And granted, it takes such little power that CMOS battery will function for like a decade. Like you're fine. You don't have to worry about that. But on this laptop, this line of laptops in particular, there is no CMOS battery. There is no CMOS reset like pins. It's all stored. It's all dependent on having an actual battery attached to the motherboard, like a full on fucking laptop battery. Since I didn't have one, every time you disconnect it from the charger, it would just reset all those settings, and it was really fucking annoying. Yep. What's up?
What are you gonna do on this thing?
Especially for when I come back home, I'm gonna use it to when we record the podcast together.
There you go.
So there's that. I'm gonna have to download a bunch of shit to make sure that we can, do that. But
I
other
still
than
want to
that,
put you through a table, or you can put me through a table.
that would be great. Actually, that would be
great.
fun.
A dynamic bit.
A super super dynamic bit. But then either way, it like I can shut it down, I can restart it. It retains all its settings. It's perfectly fine at this point. The only thing that's like bugging me at this point is the and actually I'll show the camera, and it's funny because like I'll grab it like this by the hard drive enclosure that's on the back, and you can see it's a convertible. I can just bend it really dumb like this, and you can see what I'm talking about. So
why?
You can barely see. You see those keys that are like blacked out? So what I want to do for the audio listeners, you can't see it. The keyboard of my laptop, there's like 10 or so keys, 11 keys that have been like scratched out really fucking poorly by whoever owned this previously.
But just why?
I don't know. I literally don't fucking know, nor do I actually give a shit. But the thing is, I already ordered from Amazon a replacement keyboard. And because it's running Mac OS and because it's, I want this thing to kind of have a more MacBook aesthetic, what I did was I went on Amazon and I ordered a new keyboard, but in black instead. So the keys are going to be black. It's going to look more like a MacBook, whatever. I don't give a shit. Mainly the reason why I wanted a new keyboard in general is because I don't like looking at these fucked up keys. And you go online. There's plenty of websites that sell just like keycaps for this motherboard in particular, or like any laptop keyboard, whatever. But they all cost like $1 per key or more. So I'd be spending like $20+ on keys, or keycaps, and I really don't want to do that. So what I did was I spent like $35 for a not brand new, but like an OEM keyboard from one of the black models. So it's like just
isn't that
black
effectively the same thing? It's just getting the fucking keys.
Yeah, it's the same fucking model of keyboard, just in a different color. That's all it is.
Wait, why didn't you not want to spend $20 on keys then?
because I wanted the whole keyboard to be black, and if I wanted to do that, I would have had to spend like over $100 on individual keycaps.
Like buying individual keys.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'd rather do is spend the $30 some odd to get.
I thought you were talking about like a weird, like archaic system of like pricing a keyboard like per key.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I would have gotten the key caps. So like the individual keys that you press are the key caps, and then underneath it you have the mechanism that actuates the actual like pressing of the key.
Keyboard.
Of the keyboard, right. So what I could have done, and would have been cheaper, granted, is I could have just gotten like each individual key cap that is like fucked up and not looking normal, whatever. I could have gotten those, and I could have just replaced those in silver and been like, whatever. But like I said, because I wanted to have more of a MacBook look and aesthetic and feel, or whatever you want to say, I just decided to order a brand new keyboard in general that's all the keys are black. And so what I plan on doing, that should be here by, I don't know, next week or so. Like Amazon, it's coming out of China. So Amazon is saying that it's in New York. It's been in New York for like 3 days. Don't know what's taking so fucking long, but basically it's you know, when I get it, I'll just disassemble the whole fucking thing. One thing that's really fucking like crazy about laptop keyboards is they are, most modern ones made after like 2013, 2014 maybe, the keyboards are held in with an upwards of 50 tiny ass screws. So like in between each key there's a screw securing it to the like the case, right? And like a lot of these are made out of, like this one in particular is very nice. It's made out of aluminum. It's very similar to a MacBook anyway in terms of like build quality. So to replace the keyboard, I have to remove like 64 screws or 54 screws or something like that. What's up?
Makes me realize how dirty my keyboard is when you talk about keys.
Dude, actually, the funny thing is, the day after we got back from Milwaukee, or the day we got back from Milwaukee, I can't remember. We actually, I popped off all the keys on my keyboard and I deep cleaned the thing because it was starting to get really fucking disgusting. And we have the same keyboard too, so it's really not that hard.
How do I pop these bad boys off?
Just take like a screwdriver, like a flathead screwdriver, and just fucking like, just pop them shits off. I'm not, like, seriously, it's really easy, and they're very sturdy. They're really resilient, so you can like pop them off, pop them back in, no problem.
All right, cleaning time.
Just halfway through the podcast, you start cleaning your fucking keyboard. No, but yeah, that's like the last bit of modification I want to do to this laptop.
Yeah, bro.
Physically,
that's honestly sick. Sorry,
you asshole.
That was probably so loud.
It wasn't that bad. For me, at least. I'm sure after post, when I add compression and everything, it'll be really terrible, and I'll have to duck that. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So this laptop's pretty much done. And for the record, this thing on the back of the laptop, that's a hard drive enclosure or an SSD enclosure, 2.5 inch. I put it on there initially because, like I said, there was no hard drive in it. And when I say hard drive, there was no M.2 SSD. That's how this thing, like that's the only type of drive you can put in it. It's not big enough to accept an actual 2.5 inch SSD or hard drive or anything. And there's no SATA cables or ports. So I didn't have the money to replace that when I first got it. I had to wait until I got paid a couple times before I could actually do that. So my solution was to double-sided tape this enclosure to the back of it, and then
do you just double-sided tape it onto the thing?
Yeah, you can't really tell. Let me close it. You can't really tell, but on the like in between, let me angle this properly. You can see just barely. You can see through it. Hi, hello, yeah. There's 2 strips of like thick-ass double-sided tape that came with some other shit that I ordered for my desk or something to do cable management or whatever. It's got 2 pads that are like double-sided tape that is stuck to the backside of this lid, and I installed Mac OS onto the SSD that I put in here, and that worked. It's connected over USB. It's no big deal. Like it would run perfectly fine. The only thing was, when you like, if I were to like open and close the lid too quickly, it would cause the connection to come undone just for like a split second, and that's enough to make the thing crash. So I would have to be very careful when opening and closing the lid. But other than that, it still works. Like, I have an SSD in there still. I use it for like extended storage. It's like 120 gig SSD that I put in here. I have it set to be like my downloads drive. So for Chrome specifically, I have it set to download shit directly to this SSD. And then if I need...
Why don't you do like IT work?
Dude, it's so funny you would say that. The school that I'm working at, I'm kind of in the IT department half the time I'm there, so...
But like, you should go...
Oh, so like you're saying I should like get my certification and stuff. You're saying I should get a full-time job doing that. Oh, dude, you're right, dude. I should do that, dude.
Shit.
Fuck, dude, you're right. Shit. No, that is something I plan on doing. Actually, something I plan on doing over the summer. That's something I plan
to
on.
a fly.
That's something I plan on doing over the summer, is getting my like A+ certification, so I can actually.
Apparently, I met my step goal doing that bit. So, there you go.
Hell, fucking yeah, dude.
This is a healthy podcast.
We're healthy people, for sure.
Healthy people.
We're healthy people for sure. But anyways, so
you can't see off screen.
You can't see off screen. I'm actually sucking my own penis. No.
Shut up. Sit down.
Anyways, but to answer your question,
I'm doing the podcast right now.
To answer your question, though, it is essentially, it's just a laptop that I can use for like general use when I'm not at my desktop. If I wanted to do shit in bed, I can do shit in bed, or at like on the couch or whatever. I can have it, and it's still useful. Obviously,
you can
like
shit anywhere you want, man.
Do shit wherever, dog, for whatever I want to do. Yeah.
I would get a laptop, but then I don't know what I would do with it. I don't know why I would have it.
Well, like, I remember originally back in like 2016, at very end of 2016, I bought a MacBook Pro, like a real actual MacBook Pro. And what I did with that was, for the very, like, I had it maybe for 6 months or 8 months or something like that. I had when I was living at the house across from Interstate, which you remember, I had this desk that I'm using now. I had it set up in like the corner of my bedroom. And essentially I would have my friend Kendall, aka Jordan Fletcher, one of my favorite local rappers, to do it in Portland. He came over. I'm sorry?
Oh, not your favorite?
No, you're not a rapper. So
I said not me. So you said you called him one of your.
Oh, no, yeah, he's not my number one, because clearly I've worked with other people who are like just as good as him, like Young Shirt Main, Matt Randall.
You should like choose one.
Clearly, Mad Matty, Matt Miranda, the best Portland rapper.
What if he sees this though?
I don't give a fuck. Dude's an anti-vaxxer or an anti-masker.
Is he
or
really?
Bullshit. No, he's an anti-masker, and we actually talked about this last episode in depth.
I don't remember. Oh yeah,
yeah.
We were having our conspiracies.
Yes, exactly. So, anyways, Jordan Fletcher, if you don't know who he is, he's a great Portland rapper. I highly recommend his. His most recent project was fucking real quick. It was, I don't know why I did that. I still need to see us. He did, was it Straight Off Alberta? I can't remember what it is. Jordan. Jordan Fletcher, musical artist. Is that him? That's not him. That's a white man. That's not even close. I'm really
Sorry.
I can't even. I'm not even looking at.
I was
it
doing
right now.
something real quick.
Straight off Alberta. Somewhere. Sorry, I'm so fucking. I'm drunk. Somewhere Off Alberta by Jordan Fletcher is his most recent project. He put it out last summer. It's it's really good. It's on Spotify.
Let me close this. I'm so like fucking bright.
You are. You
There we
really
go.
are.
Jesus.
Any Hoosiers.
Anywho.
Any Hoosiers. So the original use
Dude,
for that
what
was
the fuck is going on now?
I had just gotten a what was it? Blue Yeti microphone, which was like the high-end blue, like you have the Snowball that I gave you, right? I was using that as like my main microphone for, Discord or TeamSpeak at the time, actually, and like games and shit. But for recording vocals and stuff, I had the Yeti set up on the desk in the corner of my room, and I had fucking what was it? The MacBook Pro was on that desk, and the mic was connected to that. And I just had him record using that setup over in the corner. He would airdrop that stuff over to my desktop, which was also running macOS at the time, and I would drop it into Logic, and I would do some some
Best rapper.
Absolutely best biracial rapper on the planet. And I would just do some like light editing on that and then bounce it out and be like, here you go, here's your song or whatever. He did a couple demos at my house, which was really cool. Knowing that I helped him do like his first couple tracks, like literally just in my bedroom with me there while he's recording, so that was pretty much.
Look at where you are now.
Look at where I'm in Chicago. I'm not doing anything to further my career. It's so cool. That's not true. Pretty much every beat that I've like made so far is being used for a project right now. So that's cool.
Me.
2 albums on the way, actually.
Aren't I helping with your career right now?
My music career? No, not at all, actually. not even close.
How are we two opposite humans?
I don't know. I really don't. Like I've got 2 albums being like produced right now. To be fair, I'm still waiting on the vocals to come back on one of them so I can actually start like mixing and mastering. And the other one I still need to keep producing for, but I've been too fucking busy to actually like keep making like beats for. So that's the boat I'm in. And you have been doing what exactly? That's what I thought. Anyways. No. Yo, he's crying, yo. He's actually crying, dog.
I've not said anything for the last like 35 minutes. I've said nothing on this podcast.
I know, because I've just been going off. I'm drunk, dude. Fuck it.
I know you are pretty drunk. Good thing I'm not drunk.
True.
I'm
Imagine
very
if I was
talkative.
doing this alone. Imagine if I had my own solo podcast and I decided to do a drunk episode. It would be
You are
the
alone.
worst.
Brandon. Brandon's gonna freak the fuck out if he ever sees that.
Who?
I don't know. Whoever.
We just start saying random people's names halfway through the episode. Jonathan?
Wake up, Melissa. To anybody falling asleep is like, Jesus fuck.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
It'd be funny if they woke up and we're just like just staring at their fucking laptop.
Oh wow, fucking shit.
Yeah, I think I'd shit myself. A podcast in the middle of the night. I was like, Skylar? Just fucking woke me up.
That would be insane.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And then we start playing like I don't know.
That meme that I sent to the Facebook chat of
It'd be funny to start playing.
that like irradiated Wojak that's like, give me harder battles, and then Jesus, and it's like, what the fuck? I heard that. I'll just
Give me
cut it
harder
out.
battles.
It's like this
Yeah.
the Wojak versus Jesus meme.
Yeah.
Chad Jesus and like irradiated Wojak.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it's
good.
like the fucking like face melting Wojak.
Except it's even worse than that somehow.
And
Shamar-
every single Wojak that comes out after the original Wojak is just worse and worse and worse.
Very true. Very true. Big Hollywood news. Shamar Moore of Criminal Minds fame joins the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I think this is incredible. This is groundbreaking, actually.
It's actually like I think Hollywood is like taking that step forward that it needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think what they really needed to do was they really needed to tap into the talent pool that was actors who have appeared on Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Sans Anton Yelchin because he's dead. But other than
Sans
that,
Anton Yelchin.
yeah, for sure. There we go. There we fucking go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about.
I opened
right
up the Facebook chat. I saw it.
there. Oh, of course. I mean, that's obvious.
I feel like it was just worth having around.
Oh, of course. Of course. But yeah, I actually I never saw the live action Sonic.
I never seen it either.
I didn't care to. I like my thing is I was never a Sonic fan. Like I remember playing the like Genesis
But he
game.
goes so fast.
True, that's true. You do be going so fast. But I remember when I was a kid, my childhood best friend Timothy. Timothy, if you're watching this somehow, what's up, brother? It's been a while. But
Is he watching it?
I highly doubt it. I haven't talked to him in like almost 8 years at this point. It's been a while. It's been a fucking while. But I remember back when he still lived in Portland, he had or no, it was before. It was. I mean, he still lived in Portland, but he was like at my godmother's house, his aunt's house, and he brought his like Sega Genesis over one time, and we played Sonic on that thing, like one of the old Sonic games, and it was really fun. Like that was actually a pretty fun experience. But like, it was. But I never became like a Sonic head. I never like needed to play any of the like.
Sonic head.
I was never like a Sonic fan. Sonic head, you know what I mean? I never needed to play Sonic after that. It was never one of those things where I was like, ooh, new Sonic game, I need to play that.
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
I can think of a fair demographic who definitely wanted to play Sonic.
Go ahead and check general chat for me, please. Thanks.
I am checking it.
Check general chat for me. Thanks.
General chat, Shamar. Is that Shamar?
That is similar.
Ooh, baby. I'll add that in. I'll throw that on screen for the viewers to see because he's looking absolutely right here. Let me tell you.
I actually went onto if you go to the GIF function on Discord,
Like
you just
Giphy
type
or
in
something?
Shamar Moore, it has like 6 or 7 GIFs.
Hell
Here's a lovely one of him petting his co-star.
Dr. Spencer Reed, my favorite character of Criminal
You
Minds.
can't see it, but the other arm is reaching down and just furiously jacking him off.
Oh, I can see it in my head for sure.
Yeah.
I can see it very clearly, but it's all up here. So, I never really needed to play Sonic, but like, and I never clearly wanted to watch the first movie. But now that
I want
Shamar
Shamar
Moore,
Moore to come out of fucking left field in the Sonic movie is something so stupid.
it would be funny if he was the villain. That would be so sick to see him play a bad guy, because he's been playing
It should make no sense. It should be like Sonic runs so fast he goes back in time, meets Hitler. Shamar Moore.
They have Shamar Moore play Hitler in the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Oh my god, that would be wonderful. I would love to see that.
I'm trying to think about like a Shamar Mooreism. Like just how he talks or acts.
Just well,
Can
okay.
you be like, "What do you got, baby girl?" to like Himmler? I'm sorry.
Well, I just imagine his Instagram. Remember that video of him that's like, I'm living, I'm dreaming, I'm inspiring, I'm silly. So
It's the
I
imagery
get
in my
mine.
head is so fucked. It's like him doing that on his phone, and behind him is like the train to Auschwitz.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
so fucked in my
That's
brain.
exactly what I was thinking. It'd be like him.
It's
He's
so
like,
terrible.
I'm exterminating.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
That's the level of humor you're gonna get here at Chaotic Neutral.
It's so stupid.
It's that would be an insane
It's so
twist of fate.
why?
That would be an insane twist of fate. Let me tell you. Oh my god.
Yeah. It'd be great.
That would be great. Honestly, I would love to see him playing a supervillain role, and it's literally him as Hitler, but he's actually
It's
he's
literally
just
him as
talking.
Hitler.
He's talking.
He just
like
has the
himself.
6-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
like-
He's fully
What's
ripped.
that way he stands? He has that stance that like every guy with a 6-pack has, where they're just like this
That's exactly the stance.
all the fucking
That's
time.
exactly the stance. Yes,
Yeah.
because he's always got to
they're
be.
just, like, leaned
He's
back
always
at a
got to be.
45-degree angle.
He always has to be flexing his abdominal muscles, no matter what. No matter what.
No matter what.
It's awesome. That's awesome. I love
That's
that
a
so
fucking
much.
swastika right here in his arm.
God.
Jesus Christ.
He's covered in
So
them.
terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. So
He just doesn't understand his role. He's like, what is this, some kind of Mein Kampf? He just doesn't get it.
So what is this? Some kind of ultimate solution?
He'd like a fucking
Final
top
solution?
10 countdown from Watch Mojo. Like, during filming, Shamar Moore actually had to be told multiple times who Hitler actually was. Didn't know.
He was never properly taught in school about the history of the Holocaust. God. So I think it's time that actually I talk about, I bring up every episode I think so far since I've ventured to this place. I've brought up how much I love the Italian deli, Piatto Pronto. Nothing's changed. I love it. It's the best place I've eaten in Chicago so far. The Italian meatball sub. It's amazing. Chef's kiss every single time. The last time I got it was a way to reward myself when we got paid 2 weeks ago. Was meatball sub with added salami, and get this, spicy capicola.
Is it a popular place?
I wouldn't say it's the most popular because when I go, it's literally like 10 a.m. like on a Friday every other week. There's nobody there but me. And maybe there's like one other person waiting for their sandwich or sandwiches.
Do they go, hey, when you walk in?
I'm pretty sure all the cooks there, except for the one like guy who I'm pretty sure is the owner. I'm pretty sure all the cooks there are all Hispanic. But the owner, I have a sinking suspicion. Don't get me wrong. I hope this isn't racist. I think he's Italian. So, nobody says "hey" or "oh" or like "marron" or anything like that.
You
so
just hear it from the back when they're cooking.
there's no.
Can you imagine
There
if
is a
someone,
back,
if
but
one
there-
of them...
It's a line. So like you walk in, the counter's there. They've got all the ingredients there. They're cooking it right in front of you. So
that sounds fucking awesome.
it's amazing. I'm telling you, dude. Come to Chicago. There's actually a lot of decent food places here that you'd actually probably like. A lot of it's Italian. There's a lot of Italian places here.
I'm not gonna go to fucking Chicago. Are you kidding me? They got that big old bean. Are you, man?
The
Outta
big.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Big Apple. Are you? What's up?
That's not the Big Apple. It's not the Big Apple at all.
Are you? I'm saying
They
are
call
you-
it the clitoris of the U.S.
Yeah, the
right next
Big
to it.
Apple. I'm flicking the Big Apple. Dumbass. Any
Isn't
Hoosiers.
Times Square, not Times Square, what am I thinking of? The park? in New York? Isn't that fucking huge?
Central Park? Yeah, it's 5
Yeah.
square miles, I think.
That's fucking huge.
It's fucking big, yeah. It's a big
I
ass
forget
fucking
about
park,
that.
yeah. It's cool. I don't know. It closes relatively early. I think it closes at like 10 p.m. or something like that.
I like the fact that it closes at all. That's hilarious.
Well, it's
5 square miles inside of a city where you cannot step into after a certain time.
well, it's so fucking huge. It's so big. It's such a big park. They can't physically.
You could definitely hide. You can get in. You can hide in there.
Yeah. Well,
Who's
yeah.
guarding it?
I mean, they have park rangers, I'm sure, but it's not like it's one of those things where it's like you'll get lost in that fucking park. You will get lost.
What a
it's so
shit.
big.
What a shit. Like, we just walk in one direction.
Just follow one trail, idiot. It's not that hard.
Just walk in a single direction, and you're bound to hit city. It's surrounded by city.
True. Yeah.
But you could
Oh.
definitely. That would be like such a shit job to deal with that park. I feel like you would walk through there every day and be like, with these fucking people.
I just remembered something that is kind of actually cool as shit, and not. It's not cool because the person I'm about to mention is not a cool person at all. In fact, she fucking sucks. But Mayor of Chicago Lori Lightfoot came to the store that I work at on opening day.
Whoa!
Yeah. We've been on the news a couple times. We've been featured in a lot of like magazines or like online magazines, I guess. As like new spot in Lincoln Park just opened, and actually, I'm not even joking. It's Lincoln Park, like Chicago, is where the store is. And you know what? Fuck it. Who gives a shit? Nobody listens to this. Dom's Kitchen and Market is what it's called. It's
So drunk right now.
I don't give a fuck.
Like,
No
here's
one-
where I work. Fuck it.
No one watches. I don't say anything that's so egregious that people would
You're gonna come
contact
up with a
Dom's.
sober mind, and you're gonna be like, "Let me see this later."
Empty, brother. That's my second one. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, we've been featured in a couple magazines. We've been on the news a couple times just for like the opening week. Mayor Lori Lightfoot showed up and was like, "This is cool, I guess." I don't fucking know. I think she was there opening
What do you
day,
even
but like
do as
before
a
I got
mayor?
there.
Do you make any executive decisions as a mayor?
You could say the exact same thing about Ted Wheeler in Portland. So, yeah. I mean, granted, Ted Wheeler is not only just the mayor, but he's the head of the Portland Police Bureau. So he is like double fucked in terms of like any decision he makes is just not going to make people happy. So there's that. At least Lori Lightfoot, all she has to worry about is literally like just running the city, and people still hate her no matter what she does. So you've seen
Give me one with $3 million all the time.
you've seen pictures of her.
disgusting.
You've seen pictures of her. Hold on, I'll actually show you what she looks like. You've seen what she looks like because I've showed you. But I will show you pictures of her in her stupid fucking suits. She wears like Burlington Coat Factory suits. God, where is it? Where is just a really specifically a very bad
I was about
picture
to
of
say
her?
something just mean.
I mean, you would. God damn it. Here.
Why do people hate her so much?
Because especially the way she's handled, like, COVID is really bad. But on top of
Oh.
that, she's just not a good mayor. There you go. It's in general chat. This is Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. It's taking forever to upload for some reason. There it is.
I found a picture of her too.
you did?
I'm looking at her Wikipedia page right now.
There you go. Yeah, she's not a good mayor. She's faced a lot of backlash for like the dumb lib shit she's done. But she's especially funny because like you look at this, she wears these like suits that are just too big for her, and it's so fucking funny. Oh, it's so fucking funny.
Lori, your Fisher Price tag is still on your suit. Cut that out.
Lori, oh my God, your Children's Gap tag is still on your
I want
suit.
everyone here to take me seriously.
Yeah, literally, dude, she's a fucking clown, yeah. She's in a fucking, she's in a,
Sorry.
she shows up to every press conference in a clown car. That's literally how she does everything. But yeah. And that's just like public opinion. Is like nobody likes Lori Lightfoot, which is honestly
Why does she look
understandable.
so like dead around her eyes?
Probably because she's the mayor of Chicago. That's my guess. That's my guess. But so yeah.
Anyways,
I've kind of carried this episode for sure.
fuck off.
We'll be back next week for even more fun. I am lightheaded now, so what is going to happen is I'm going to say goodbye to
Also,
everybody and end the podcast. What?
She's also a member of St. James Zion Church.
She's a Zionist? Bro, I especially can't support her now.
First AME Zion Church.
Bro, I'm too pro-Palestine for this. I can't.
The oldest African Methodist something Zion Church. I wasn't going to embarrass myself saying the word.
Spell it out. I can do it right now.
Episcopal.
Episcopal, yeah. That's it. That's literally it.
I fucking nailed it.
You got it. Any Hoosiers, thanks for tuning in.
I don't know what the end of this was. I was
This
like
is-
looking at our Wikipedia article.
This has been episode 6 of Chaotic Neutral. We'll be back next week with even more shenanigans and charcuterie. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. Deuces.
Disprove of that. Anyways, goodbye.